get the check for everything, damages, and she talks to him.
Also, yeah. Okay. Let's see. She's talking to Fury. Apparently flirting with Fury. Let's see. They're flirting back and forth, discussing pretty much what happened. And then Nick Fury's friend he was talking to earlier is trying to pay for the destruction of some property. And then I'll say that, by the way, who's the Wasp? Oh, the Wasp. Which kind of makes sense because, was it 50? No, it's 60. I don't remember. Yeah, the Wasp from Avengers. Ooh, possibly. By the way, who's Wasp? And the next scene is the American flag, and then through a window it says, "Fuck this!" So obviously it's explicit. Now, Colonel Fury, or Colonel, show our faces, fly the flag. What the hell do we have to do with welcoming some congressman? Fact-finding tore my ass. This is the son of a bitch's all-expense-paid vacation. I wouldn't be so sure about that. So apparently Fury's kind of mad. They're discussing some politics here. I'm just going to skip through it. I'm not really a fan of all this. They do run into a guy called... blah, 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 blah. Somebody. No. Called somebody. Hold on. I'm going to introduce you to... it's French. I'll do my best here. Premier Regiment des Parachutistes d'Infanterie des Marines. So he's a Marine that is a parachute. What is it, a paratrooper?
Yeah, paratrooper.
Yeah. It's French. I'm not really good at French, so. They don't say his name, apparently.
Maybe they said it. They already said
that was the French name
yeah.
that I just butchered to death. Even though I took French in high school for a semester, I know what I'm talking about. Not really. And back and forth. So now Nick Fury's friend, which I didn't get the name of earlier. Who's the guy he was talking to?
Hurley.
Oh yeah,
Hurley.
Something like that. Yeah. He was talking to him, and now he's flirting. Seems to be flirting with the young Asian lady from earlier that punched the guy in the face.
She's not Asian. She's Colombian.
She's Colombian, really? You sure?
Yes.
The drawings, well, kind of like make it. Okay, so the drawings to me make her look kind of Asian or Oriental or whatever the PC term is.
You read the dialogue; it's very foreign.
Okay, looks English to me. Talking about retreating in Korea, got cut off by the Chinese, a battalion. I don't know how many that is. The top brass said they had to be left behind. Just wasn't their lucky day, I guess. And we have Harley. Is it Hartley or something like that?
I don't
know.
They talked to that congressman that they were talking to before, and he's just jabbering on about politics. And then this short man comes up and starts chiming in, talking about, oh, they should all take responsibility and help everybody.
I think they call him something like specific. Like, they call me everybody else does, or soon you will, or something like that. Call me like, I don't remember the name. Call me Ishmael. No, that's not his name. They call him something specific. Like, it's a short joke. But that was earlier on, so maybe it's gone. Alright, sorry, continue.
And then the congressman agrees with Fury, and they try to butt him out of the short guy out of the conversation. But he keeps chiming in and tries to get a point across to everybody. And then the one from earlier comes back up and talks to the congressman.
The short guy? Or the woman?
Yeah, the woman comes up from earlier, talks to the congressman. And then he leaves afterwards. It's like she plights him, or insultly plights him.
politely insults him.
Yeah, he dyslexic.
Yeah.
And then they talk about the explicit part.
Chicago South Side, not so much the neighborhood as the 5 older brothers. That's where Pug
There he is,
found
Pug.
me. Pug. Okay, yeah, that's what guys call him Pug, you're right. Pug found me. He said a figure like mine and an aptitude for shorthand were an unbeatable combination. This is a young lady that was talking before that punched the guy in the face in her. Not much he thinks he can't do, is there? It's taken him a long way. So that was Nick Fury. This is a young lady again. It's taken him a long way. He started out without a pot to piss in. Now people are talking about a run with Nixon someday. You know, his suite costs $250 a night. How much? Nick Fury exclaims. $250. Jesus, somebody better suck a good dick. Very explicit, by the way. There you go.
Thank you, Garth Enos.
And then the young lady says somebody does. So I'm assuming she's talking about herself. But we don't know for sure because there's no backstory to that. We're not going to get into that one. So, give us your opinion on whether or not you think she does.
Cut to a field and Chuck's driving.
916-538-4651. Or, I mean, if you feel like emailing joshmihal@gmail.com. And, so, okay, there's a caravan of military vehicles. So, you favor the Thompson. Hasn't let me down yet, this dialogue between the people. A good weapon we could do with more of those. What do you have, Nick Fury says. A mixture. Our airborne troops are well equipped. Our Foreign Legion less so. We have a lot of British weapons. The Sten is wretched, though I like the Bren. The infield is outdated. A modern army should have automatic rifles like Monsieur Hatherley's. Hatherley was his name.
Okay.
So the guy that is sitting in the back of the Jeep and the guy that paid for the damage done in the bar was Hatherley. Discussing more weapons, and he introduces my new command, gentlemen. Nice setup, barricaded fort area. Hell of a place to have to defend. Indeed, below the highest hills instead of on one. So, and then they're talking about how lazy the recruits are. And then they discuss. Oops, sorry, one page. They discuss about the lieutenant's report. We have been mortared once or twice a day since your last visit. Your last month, sir. 13 dead, 20 wounded. Our patrols have found nothing worthwhile. Small arms ammunition is low, artillery almost critical, food, water, medical supplies all low.
And you cut to this, somebody yelling. It's the recruits from earlier being thrown out of their place where they're sleeping.
Bunker.
Their bunker where they're sleeping. And the commanders, that is Sergeant Chefoff? Shyoff? Yes, and he...
German, I have no idea.
And he yells at them in German. Spirit says that's a German accent. He is a legionnaire. Everything you see here is done well around here, probably down to him. And he says, Morn Commandant. And Nick Fury asks if he speaks English. And then he says, Americans. And then he says that in German. And then he continues to speak in German. And now in English. Says, you were airborne, good, the rest were shit. That's right. Fury says. Still better than the rubbish I have to work with here, mind you. You could cut their throats while they're sleeping on duty. The rest of them wouldn't learn a damn thing. You want to see around?
Alright, real quick before we continue, I'm going to let you know that this music you're hearing in the background, if it's still playing. No, there's no music playing right now. Alright, so the music you will be hearing is from bensound.org. It's called Instinct. Let me get it playing for you again. I guess I didn't hit autoplay, which is my fault. So there you go. The music you're hearing in the background now is called Instinct, bensound.org. It's free to download. They just want you to give, it's the common license, so you have to give credit where credit is due. You can't use it for anything commercial. It's got to be anything free you're doing, which is like my podcast. So there you go. bensound.org. Thank you. My bad. All right. Oh, we're at 25 minutes.
Oh,
25 minutes. Uh-oh. It's reloading. Really? Oh, wait. Go reload the right page. All right. Once you're around, he says, just abandon the fucking place and start again somewhere more sensible. If you want to stand any chance of beating these savages at all. Strange lot, the French. Determined to suffer, I sometimes think. What? Ah. What outfit were you with prior to this one sergeant? Das Reich. 2nd SS Panzer. I was a... Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Hauptsturmführer. Now I'm a sergeant. But only the Legion would have me. And what else is there really? There's talk of West Germany being allowed to form an army again. They could probably use you. Heh. Not me. I think it wouldn't look too good for them. I killed too many Jews. And Hatherley's like, what? End of part 1.
Thank Christ. Very slow and boring.
Why don't you introduce the other one?
It says, the next panel says, next. And then it starts with Nick Fury saying, fuck.
Explicit there too. So the next issue is going to be explicit as well.
The whole series.
Okay, so this whole series of unfortunate events. Just kidding. It's going to be explicit.
And then the next part, it says, and then someone cuts him off and saying, don't, you're already in deep shit. And then the German guy gets punched across the face by Nick Fury. And then a gunshot and an explosion in the background, and someone says, fuck off now.
I think this guy is the Fury guy. Look at he's bald. And he's big.
Not bald.
Oh, he's not bald. You're right. Are you sure that's not him? No, yeah, it's him. There. So it's not him, sorry. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, he's got yellow hair or blonde hair. Yeah, Nick Fury punching the Fury guy. Which probably makes sense because he's like, I killed a bunch of Jews, man. I'm sure Nick Fury's like, that's not cool, dude. And they're like, I'm sorry, bro. And because that's the dialogue they use in comic books. Nick
What
Fury,
comic are you
bro.
reading?
Nick Fury, bro, dude. That's the next issue. Nick Fury, or Fury Max, bro, dude.
It's called A War Gone By.
Bro, dude. And it says, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Killed Jews, bro. I didn't mean to, bro. Dude, not cool, dude.
Does Ashton Kutcher
Nick
show up?
Fury just punching him in the face. Ashton Kutcher. Where's my car? Okay, so the next issue, Fury Max, issue 2. Gave you a little bit of teaser. We're also going to be doing, so this is our second, we're going to do 2 a week. I'm going to be doing, it'll probably be 2 Marvel, 2 DC, and then, yeah.
So we're doing Marvel together and doing DC alone?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm here, I'll do DC and stuff with you too. So, more than likely, you'll have my little brother on Marvel more than DC, as I do DC somewhere else. But for DC, the next issue will be, I believe it's DC Rebirth Superman, issue 1. I don't know the title, because I didn't look it up.
That is it.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. There's no, like, Blam, or whatever the title is. Alright, so what do you think of this issue?
I thought it could do more, but there's more to come. I read it already like a while ago.
Okay.
And there's more to go, and it gets more exciting, and gives more depth and story to everyone else around him. And it has the first encounter with Nick Fury and Frank Castle back when he's in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And it gives you more character and depth to everybody around. And then from there, there's a series after this called